is the rebounding. And, we're looking at during the game too, and it killed you tonight. I think you were able to hide it enough, with some hustle and getting some turnovers and so forth throughout the game and keeping it close and staying in the hunt. But, man, the last 4 minutes were just nothing there because you didn't give yourselves a chance in the last 4 minutes.
Yeah, I think that's, I couldn't say it better. I've told everybody, I just feel like that was the contrasting two styles of basketball. One plays at the rim, and one stands around the three-point line and shoots threes. And one has bodies that are big and strong and depth and true back to the basket post players, and one really doesn't have much of a back to the basket. We can't really throw it in and get points there or get people into foul trouble. So there's not a lot we can do about that. Our bodies are our bodies right now until we recruit people that are a little bit bigger and more physical and play the game more physically. So we just have to get our smaller people more engaged. I think one of the examples that always happens is, again, I think it's some of our point guards' motors and smaller players they don't go to the defensive glass, and that's even being small. You can get yourself some rebounds there. Katie Longwell, Savannah Smith needs to get some rebounds like Scotty does. Scotty engages. But I think the thing that Austin had just said was that our post players had 6 rebounds tonight, and if you compare that to their group, that's where we really got whipped a lot. Now, you can't always blame that on your posts, because if the posts, we had to help a lot. We got beat off the bounce, or our guards got beat off the bounce, and now we slide over to help, and now our little ones are trying to box out their big kids. So that's what penetration at the rim, that's what happens. You create a mismatch on the weak side of the offensive glass, and they're masters at it. They're really good. They don't do anything tricky. They run basically the same set that has a lot of options on it. They have 2 out-of-bounds plays. It's just a seasoned team that plays to their strengths, and we're just until we make shots, these are the kind of nights we're going to have.
Did you feel like you were going to be able to stay with them by firing long range?
Well, they pack it in. They really play pack line defense. They pack it in. They suck in to keep you from getting to the rim, and therefore you don't get to the foul. You don't get to the foul line up much. Mm-hmm. And to me, who we are right now, we need to make threes. I don't think we can make, a Courtney Zagina put the ball on the floor and be someone that drives it, or our Savannah Smith. I mean, she's pretty small. Katie Longwell, they're 3-point shooters. Kylie, she's more of a finesse shooter than playing off the bounce. So we have to play that way. We have to get good ball movement and try to make a shot from the 3-point line a lot. I think we have to shoot the 3 to be successful. And I think I keep saying it, I think I'm going to look back at the film and see a lot of shots that I would take again if we could get them and be happy with that. But what kills you is you never get an offensive rebound off of that. And we've got to get more offensive rebounds and second chance points if we're going to shoot those threes. We can't just live on the 3.
Did you feel like a little shot of adrenaline early when I think you caught them a little off guard early, the steals? As finesse as they could be and as big as they are, they sure seem like they played with the ball down at their waist.
Yeah.
And I think you really kind of sent a message early.
Yeah, we thought that their post, when they did catch it, they usually dribbled it before they shot. So we really had an emphasis on that. Mm-hmm. I think we did kind of surprise them a little bit early, and again, I think we made shots a little bit early. So I said it on the bench, though. I was like, well, that's how you give away a lead, just like that, because then we just stop scoring. So, I keep looking around. We're still a young team. We have very few players that have, impactful minutes, extended minutes, that played, whole games or 30 or 35 minutes a game. Maybe Zagina has a little bit, Kylie has a little bit, but Scotty was spotty all year last year, and even Becca Howell. So we just have really young teams. So every time out, this is just a new experience for them. And emotionally, I think they question whether they should shoot shots sometimes. Emotionally, physically, I don't think they realize how hard it is to win games, and we stop playing a little bit. But I think that's going to get better. I know that will as we give our younger players some experience.
Do you feel like you've taken some good steps in the last 10 days, last week and a half?
Well, I think losing is always difficult. I didn't like the way we lost at Colorado. I thought that was more, we really got intimidated, but it's the same thing. It was a bigger, more physical team that stood us up, and we really got intimidated by that. And I don't think they rebounded the ball near as well as this team does, but this was another physical, pack-it-in team. And we have to learn how to keep our confidence and still play to our strengths without giving up too many things that they like to do. And I think we're going to see that. That's why we play all these games. Colorado presented problems that we'll see in league. This team certainly plays like some of the people we do in this league. South Florida might be they may not, no one that we play will play like them, but they'll be they'll be really good. But that's why we do this, is just to prepare us and get us some experience. And, I continue to say it, I like this group. I think the mix of players that we have their ceilings are really high, and I think they can continue to get better. And I think the future is bright for this program, given the young players on our team and the people we're signing.